Hey everybody, welcome to a quick little channel update, and really I only have kind of a couple, well, maybe not even a couple things to really even say honestly. But it's been a little bit. I think the last time I did one of these was I think in November sometime. I think it's sometime in November before Spyro um, came out. But that actually kind of goes into my first point. Now that I'm done the entire Spyro Reignited trilogy, did full playthroughs and tried to 100% all of them, but again, as I've explained way too many times at this point, the third game glitched on me, and I was not able to even I was not able to 100% it. So that kind of sucks. But besides that, those are now full done playthroughs. And who knows? And who knows? Maybe there's like a patch or something that comes out that fixes that problem. Which I think I did hear that there's supposed to be a patch coming for that game. I'm not sure what it's going to be for. Hopefully for those invisible uh, gems that I'm missing in one of those stages there. But yeah, that's kind of that. So that whole thing is done. Um, and what's kind of going on next? Well, I was starting to kind of use the community tab on YouTube just a couple times here and there, asked for like opinions and with like they got like they got like a poll section that you can use. So I used that a couple times and got pretty much either and got like kind of like splits um, votes, I guess, on basically what should I do uh, kind of next. Whether it's playing Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, replaying through an older, like doing a replay of an older game or an older playthrough that I've already done. Um, I think the third one was just kind of a joke one. I can't remember it, so it obviously wasn't even that funny. Um, but yeah, it kind of left it kind of like like right down the middle, uh, no one side or the other sort of thing. Um, but I did try to kind of get like an older playthrough sort of um, planned up to kind of do that. But with the current state of my laptop, which what I use to record through my through my capture software that say like hooked up that I can hook up from either like my PS2 or PS3 because I don't use that for my PS4 because it has built-in recording like I'm using right now for this update, which is great. But but yeah, so with the current state of my laptop, with it being really bad, and like I could maybe on a full charge, I'm lucky to get it to run for like 2 hours before I need to charge it again. So it's really bad. I think it's about like 5 years old, give or take. Um, Maybe four. But anyways, it's just it's really beat up. It's not really good. So I don't think that's really going to be an option unless it's something that's on PS4 that I've already done. But even so, I can't really think of anything that I want to replay that's on current consoles right now that I've already done. But now the next sort of thing is that the next big thing that I was planning to do was play through Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep because I've never played through it. to get set up for Kingdom Hearts 3. I believe at this current time, coming out in 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. On the 29th, I believe. Uh, so, but when it comes to that, with like my job and like personal life and all that other stuff, um, I am going to want to get it for sure. But I'm kind of having just mm, not really not really like let's play and withdrawal because that seems really silly. But like I've played a good decent amount of games in between the stuff that I actually do playthroughs of. I've played through quite a few number of other games, but and I actually kind of have more fun playing through them on my own time rather than having to do playthroughs of that I kind of have to, you know, go through and rush through because I'm technically under a time limit every single time I hit record. But uh, but yeah, so when it comes to everything else, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with when Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. Again, it's probably going to be kind of a similar thing like with Nier Automata, where when that game came out, I was fully planned on playing it, and then I never got around to it, and then I waited for the game to drop in price, and it took about a year for me to get the game. Yeah, about a year for me to get the game and then start doing a full playthrough of it. I don't want it to be the same thing with Kingdom Hearts 3 because as pretty much anybody who's a fan of those games, like myself, you know, been waiting for forever for technically the third installment, or the third numbered installment. Um, but if you consider what was the last one, Dream Drop Distance, which I think if you count that one on the 3DS, I think that came out in like what 2012, 2014, something like that. Um, and then got ported over, and then got put over to PS4. Um, and and yeah, and then that was like 2 years ago or something. So, but regardless, in actuality, whether you just count one and two or whether you count from the very last actual Kingdom Hearts game, again, it's been either just a few years to like whatever, like 14 years since then. But so yeah, I don't want it to be another Nier Automata thing where I wait for almost a whole year and then I get around to it. But at the same time, I haven't gotten around to playing again Birth by Sleep, which is kind of like the start of the whole. It's kind of almost the start of the whole thing. Again, minus the mobile game, uh, minus that one. But Birth by Sleep is technically the start of the whole thing. Um, but so I don't know. So I don't know. I'm still kind of thinking what I kind of want to do. With that. Obviously, with the time I'm given, there's no way that I can do a full playthrough of Birth by Sleep, put it up, and then start doing Kingdom Hearts 3. Like that's too close to each other. That's way too close to each other. So, uh, but yeah, just the January has just flown by. It really has. Uh, Hence why I plan to do it at the beginning of this month, and look at that, we're almost at the end. So, so I'm not really too sure what's going to kind of happen with that. But again, I'm just, but again, like I'm just kind of like having like again, for a lack of a better term, let's play withdrawal from having to kind of be forced to put stuff up, and because believe it or not, I don't really talk that much when I play games. I really don't. I force myself to do it when I do videos, but otherwise, it's not really that whole exciting um, to I don't know, to be trying to think of something to talk about while I'm playing a game. And if it's a game that I want to just sit there in awe and experience and have fun with, then that's going to go away from any sort of commentary, which, again, is probably not going to be that much. So, so again, for a lot of better terms, that's kind of what I've been going through. Plus, again, with like job like taking up a decent amount of time here and there. Um, I have to just play some things, move things around, kind of all over the place, here and there. Um, I think that's kind of more. I think that's more or less it. But yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what I'll kind of do next. Um, I guess it's just really a matter of time, I suppose. Uh, yeah. Whether it be Kingdom Hearts 3 that comes out next, or Birth by Sleep, or something non-Kingdom Hearts related, I don't really know. Uh, Plus, there's also the next Senran Kagura game that I legit want to play through, even though the playthrough that I did of Estival Versus, I don't know, I don't know if there was like I don't know if there was like people who hated anime games or just trolls, or I don't know, but numerous of those videos got like several dislikes for literally no reason. I don't know. I don't know. Um, but yeah, so kind of depending on whatever happens the next little bit, I guess we'll kind of find out. Um, but yeah, so should be kind of interesting. I'm just still again trying to just think through of like what I kind of want to do next, but I'll share more on that when I think of it and when I get to it. But for the time being, until then, I don't know when the next what other videos are going to be going up. Since I think it was literally just yesterday that Spyro finished up. Um, Maybe I'd find something kind of short and quick to just do until I know for sure what I'm doing. But again, these are all things I'm kind of thinking through along the way. But yeah, so I think that's kind of more or less it. A little more rambly than I intended, but that's what kind of happens when kind of thinking up stuff on the fly. But I think that'll be it for today. Thank you everyone for listening, and send me any sort of suggestions or I don't know comments. Uh, any sort of inputs is better than no input. Hope to see you all in whatever comes up next.